Hey everyone, it's me Tenshi, and I am here today with a little storytime video for you. This is my hot take on how streaming and number culture can impact on your mental health and why you, the viewer, should turn off your viewer count. For those who are new here, you may be wondering, what makes you so qualified to speak on this topic? Well, thank you for asking. I have been streaming on Twitch for over 3 years now and have experienced all the highs and lows that most affiliates transition through during their streaming journey here on Twitch. So let's begin. As most people are aware, the first goal that new streamers set when they start on Twitch is to become a Twitch affiliate. This goal allows streamers to have emotes, gain subscribers, earn bits, run ads, and overall earn income from streaming. Therefore, it is no surprise that any aspiring future Tommy Innit, Lily Pichu, or any other big streamer would be aiming to reach such a goal quickly. When aspiring streamers first think about streaming on Twitch, they look at the creator dashboard and find the achievements tab. This tells the aspiring streamer that all they need to become a Twitch affiliate is to achieve 4 seemingly easy tasks. At first glance, someone with little experience streaming may assume that the trickiest goal of the 4 is the follower count. However, it's in fact retaining the average of 3 viewers that causes most streamers grief. Personally, for me, I spent a good couple of months trying to get that first average of 3 viewers, and most streamers do tend to follow a similar pattern. This, however, can cause a fixation on the number of viewers and distract from the joy of streaming itself. Of course, streaming to 0 to 1 viewers is difficult. However, if you can see past this obstacle that Twitch sets you from the onset, you are going to cope so much better with time and enjoy your streaming journey a lot more. I believe this is one example of Twitch inadvertently causing a toxic fixation on numbers. My experience with the viewer count is a messy one. Throughout my streaming journey, I have experienced as many viewers as 400 and as few as 1. Generally, I can average anywhere between 8 to 20 viewers depending on the week. I used to leave the viewer count turned on as it did give me confidence for some time, as seeing more people coming into the stream gave me encouragement and that dopamine rush that we streamers tend to enjoy. However, with time and a hiatus, which I'll get into later, I discovered how toxic it can make your mindset without even realising it. I am a degree student as well as a streamer, and so last semester I did need to take a break from streaming to focus on getting the grades that I wanted. It's not a bad thing, I'm a diligent student. The trouble came when I returned to streaming. When I left streaming in February of 2021, I was averaging around 18 to 28 viewers a stream, the highest average I have ever been able to hold in my 3 years of streaming. I was proud that I had been able to create such a community and achieve such a feat. However, upon my return, to no fault of my community, my viewership just wasn't what it was. It dropped to the lowest it ever had, in fact. And at that time, my mental health had been a bit shaky, and honestly the combination did break me a little inside. I'd been awaiting my return to streaming for so long, and it felt like I'd been abandoned, which, I'm gonna be honest, is the furthest thing from the truth. In my head, there were 2 sides at conflict. The side that knew that my community were still supporting me, they were simply just busy with their lives, as people do. But on the other hand, I was tormented with the reality of my declined viewer count. It was at this time I realised that the viewer count was the problem and it had to go. For the first while, I struggled with the viewer count being turned off. I couldn't tell whether people liked what I was doing or whether there was anyone there at all, as at many times my chat was silent. A lot of the time people associate a dead chat with a bad stream, however this is not always the case. There are many fantastic streamers who have so-called dead chats, but produce great content that has many people silently watching, like a YouTube video or an audiobook. Heck, even I do that. I am a notorious lurker in streams. And yet, I forgot that. I was too fixated on these expectations I'd put on myself. Expectations that did not exist until I gave myself them. Moving forward, I made 2 main differences to how I stream. Firstly, I turned off that blasted viewer count. The first couple of weeks doing this felt strange. I kept glancing at it, expecting that dopamine rush, to surprise myself when I found it turned off. Then remind myself, oh yeah, I did that. If you want to turn it off too, all you need to do is click it on your dashboard in both your Streamlabs, OBS, or recording software and your creator dashboard. That way you don't have to deal with it any longer. At present, I still feel compelled to look at my viewer count. However, I feel much happier in myself and the support I receive from my community, as I just took the numbers out of the equation, and I feel like it made me a lot less prideful. I hadn't realised how narcissistic numbers had made me, and frankly, I'm ashamed to have let it get to my head in the first place. Secondly, I focus less on why people are talking or not in my chat and enjoy whatever I do. If people are talking in chat to me or to each other, I remind myself that that is great and talk to my chat as much as I can, as it is the reason why I love streaming, that interaction. However, if the chat is quiet, I am to continue what I'm doing, aiming to simply have fun, though through doing this, I am aiming to become more resilient as a person, as I seem to be taking things way too personally, which isn't great. It's important to remember that streaming is about entertaining at the end of the day. Your chat should not be the entertainers for you, the streamer. A fact that I seem to have mostly forgotten over the years. I do believe that Twitch does need to remove the viewer count button, or offer the option to remove the viewer count button from the creator dashboard, as it just isn't great for a streamer's mental health to see people disappearing from their stream or just not showing up whatsoever. And I do feel that Twitch needs to address its creators' mental health through campaigns offering advice on how to avoid such things happening in the first place. Anyway, that's my story time for today. I hope this video may enlighten some of you on how I think, and maybe help someone else who's struggling with something similar. For those who are already part of my community, I hope I haven't offended anyone. I just wish to share what I was going through in my head during those times. I do hope in the future to discuss similar topics regarding comparing yourself, finding yourself through Twitch, and the touchy subject of Twitch hiatuses. If those interest you, please click that like button and leave a comment. I would love to continue this discussion in the comments. I'll see you next time. Tenshi out.